Hello everyone, thanks for having interest in the study. Life cycle cost examination of vertical greenery system in Singapore. I'm the presenter, Huang. Our research team consists of Dr. Tan Chun Liang, Ms. Long Xingping, and me, and I will introduce the study in 4 parts. Our research is mainly about urban greenery, especially vertical greenery system. It can also be called green wall. According to our previous study, maintenance cost takes up more than 80% of total life cycle cost of green wall, and plants replacement accounts for 90% of the maintenance cost. So it is an important factor that we need to pay attention to. Therefore, the objectives of our studies are: first, to understand the underlying factors affect plants replacement rate, and to validate results from previous life cycle cost study. Our methodology includes weekly visit to sites, systematic survey, and continuous measurement of climatic variables. These are the 5 sites we visited across Singapore. We measured various climatic parameters such as photosynthetically active radiation and soil moisture. We also continuously use high-resolution photo to record the status of green walls, and use MATLAB algorithm to calculate the coverage. In addition, we have maintenance log from contractors to check the replacement rate. Let's move on to the results and analysis. First is on-site installation documentation and observation. We recorded the whole installation process of the new green wall, including moving materials, assembling the structures, and cleaning the site. Issues were identified that might lead to additional costs. For example, the saturated heavy panel and drainage problems might cause safety issues for workers and passersby. Site assessment was not conducted thoroughly before the green wall installation, so additional time and cost was incurred for the move of rebar and the cutting of holes for the access card reader. Diseases were found on plants that were pre-grown in nursery before bringing to site. This may result in additional cost and time for replacement. Next is the coverage over time, COT. We recorded the COT of green walls for almost 1 year. The ups and downs of the COT, combined with the sensor data, we can easily identify important factors influencing plant health, thereby replacement of plants, also their influence on the life cycle costs. The first factor identified is lighting. Photosynthetically active radiation, PAR, was measured in all sites. And daily light integral was calculated based on PAR data. It is found that although one of the sites have 3 times the amount of DLI as another site, the plant's growth conditions were not so much different. So there might be a light overcompensation problem, which leads to a great waste of electricity and the increase of life cycle costs. Next factor is irrigation. We found irrigation failure as the drop of soil moisture shown in the pictures. We found the problem by using thermal image and soil moisture data. The issue might lead to high replacement rate if not detected in time. Also, there's an uneven distribution of water across the green walls, causing the uneven growth of plants. In addition, the rationale for irrigation timing and volume was unclear, which might cause over or underuse of water. Last is plant selection. Some of the species do not grow well on green wool or are susceptible to mealybug problem or easily dry up. This is an example of drying up of plants. The replacement rate for this plant is extremely high. Finally, according to the data from on-site observation, interview, maintenance log, drawing, and sensors, we compare the key cost-related data of previous study with this study. The differences are within reasonable range, which validates previous lifecycle cost study results. In summary, the findings provide a practical perspective to reduce lifecycle costs of green wool, as well as the resources consumed. In order to optimize the utilization of resources such as electricity and water for the longer lifespan of plants, an experimental study to quantify the whole plant-like compensation point and water stress threshold of commonly used green wool species is necessary in the future to further enhance the sustainability economically and environmentally. Thank you for your listening.